Hello there! Welcome to another episode of the Rookie's Guide to Sports. Today we will talk about table tennis, the popular ping-pong, the fastest racket sport in the world. At the highest level, the ball can fly over 100 kilometers per hour, and rallies are over in a heartbeat. It looks like a casual basement game, but the real sport is insanely quick and surprisingly technical. Stick around, and I'll break it all down for you so you can actually follow what's happening. You will even understand the whole story about Forrest Gump playing table tennis. Let's begin. This is the table. It's about 2.7 meters long and 1.5 meters wide, roughly like a big dinner table. In the middle, you've got a net standing just over 15 centimeters high, splitting the table into two equal halves. Around the edges are white lines. Those are the sidelines and end lines. If the ball lands on the surface, including the very edge of those lines, it's in. But if it misses the table completely, it's out and you lose the point. There's also a thin white line running lengthwise down the middle of the table. That center line really matters only in doubles because it divides each side into left and right service boxes. So, what is the actual goal of table tennis? It's simple. Hit the ball onto your opponent's side of the table in a way they can't return legally. Games are normally played to 11 points, and you have to win by at least 2. Most matches are best of 5 or best of 7 games. A point always starts with a serve. The ball has to bounce once on the server's side of the table and then once on the opponent's side. If it doesn't bounce on the server's side first, or it goes straight into the net and doesn't go over, that's a point for the other player. If the serve hits the net but still lands correctly on the opponent's side, that's called a let serve. In that case, you just redo the serve, no penalty, and you can have as many lets as it takes to get a clean serve. In singles, the serve can go anywhere on the opponent's side, left, right, or center. In doubles, it's stricter. The serve must travel diagonally. That means from the right half of the server's side to the right half of the receiver's side across that center line. If it doesn't, it's a fault and the other team gets the point. After the serve is returned, partners in doubles must alternate hits, so no one can take 2 shots in a row. Now, how does scoring and serve rotation work? Each rally is worth 1 point, no matter who served. In most formats today, players serve for 2 points in a row. Then the serve switches. So, you serve twice, your opponent serves twice, and that pattern keeps going. When someone hits 11 points and is at least 2 points ahead, they win the game. But if the score reaches 10-10, that's called deuce. Then, you keep playing until someone leads by 2 points. Once it's deuce, the serve changes every single point instead of every 2. And in matches, the players switch ends of the table after each game, so no one gets too much advantage from lighting or other conditions. Quick timeout. If this video is helping you a little bit to understand table tennis, we are in sync. Check the rest of the channel to find more guides to different sports. To understand them from the ground up, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the Rookie's Guide to Sports videos. Now back to the table. So how does a rally actually flow? Once the serve is in play, the receiver has to let the ball bounce once on their side, then hit it back over the net so it bounces on the opponent's side. From there, both players keep taking turns. The ball has to cross the net and land on the table every time. You're not allowed to volley. In other words, you can't hit the ball before it bounces on your side. The moment someone fails to make a legal return or breaks a rule, the rally is over, and the other player scores a point. Let's look at common mistakes and fouls so you can both follow and play table tennis. If you serve and the ball doesn't bounce on your side first, automatic point to your opponent. If you completely miss the ball when serving, that's also a lost point. If you hit the ball and it goes straight off the table without touching your opponent's side, you lose the point. If the ball bounces twice on your side before you hit it, point to your opponent. If you accidentally move the table during play or touch it with your free hand, that's illegal too, and you lose the point. Touching the net or its supports with your body or racket during a rally is also not allowed. On the other hand, If your shot hits the top edge of the table and then flies off, that actually counts as in, even if it looks weird. And if the ball clips the net and still goes over and lands on the table, play continues like normal. Now, a bit about the gear, because that tiny ball doesn't behave like a normal ball. The ball is made of plastic. It's 40 millimeters in diameter, and it weighs just 2.7 grams. That lightweight makes it super sensitive to spin. The paddles, often called rackets or bats, are basically a wooden blade covered in rubber on both sides. One side is red, the other is black, and that's on purpose so you can tell which side your opponent is using. The rubber can be smooth and grippy, great for spin, or have little pimples, which can make the ball react in strange ways. Clothing is pretty simple: a shirt, shorts, and non-marking indoor shoes with good grip so players can move fast around the table. Let's check now some fun bit of history to go with all this. You might remember the movie Forrest Gump. There's a whole stretch where Forrest becomes a table tennis star and ends up playing in China. That storyline is based on something real called the ping-pong diplomacy. In 1971 and 1972, American table tennis players were invited to China for friendly matches during the Cold War. And that small sports exchange actually helped thaw relations between the two countries after decades. So yeah, like many others, that piece of the Forrest Gump movie is also based on a true story. That's the end of this episode of the Rookie's Guide to Sports. Next time you watch a match, you'll know how serving is supposed to look, how the scoring works, and why points are won or lost. If you want to learn about more sports, check out the playlist in the description where you can check other games explained in the same simple way that are available in the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. See you next time.